Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English Conversation Practice podcast. We are happy to have you with us today. This podcast is designed to help you improve your English listening and speaking skills through natural conversations. In today's episode, we are going to talk about an important topic: how to talk about your life goals in English. We will learn how to express our dreams, plans, ambitions, and future hopes in simple and natural English.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to be here today. Talking about our life goals is something we do in many situations. We talk about our goals with friends, family members, teachers, coworkers, and even during job interviews. Knowing how to explain your goals clearly in English can help you communicate with confidence.
That's right. Many English learners know what they want in life, but they sometimes find it difficult to explain their ideas in English. They may have thoughts in their own language, but when they try to speak English, they cannot find the right words.
Yes, that is a very common problem. Today, we will practice useful sentences and expressions that you can use when talking about your personal goals, career goals, learning goals, financial goals, and dreams for the future.
Before we begin, let's talk about a simple question. What does the word goal mean?
A goal is something that you want to achieve in the future. It is something you work toward. For example, my goal is to improve my English. This means you want to become better at English and you are working to achieve that.
Great explanation. A goal can be something small or something big. For example, a small goal could be, I want to read one English book this month. A bigger goal could be, I want to build a successful career.
Exactly. Everyone has goals. Some people want to travel around the world. Some people want to start a business. Some people want to learn a new skill. Some people want to have a happy family life. Goals are different for every person.
Let's start with some basic sentences. If someone asks you, what are your goals in life? You can answer in different ways.
You can say, my main goal in life is to become successful in my career.
Or, one of my biggest goals is to improve myself and become a better person.
Another useful sentence is, I have several goals that I want to achieve in the future.
Notice the phrase, I want to achieve. This is a very useful expression. We use achieve when we successfully complete something we worked for.
For example, I want to achieve my dream of becoming an engineer.
Or, she worked hard to achieve her goal of learning English.
Now let's imagine a conversation between two friends. One friend wants to know about the other person's future plans.
Okay, let's practice. Hi, Emma. I have a question for you. What are your goals for the future?
Hi, Ryan. That's an interesting question. I have many goals, actually. One of my biggest goals is to continue improving my skills and build a successful career.
That sounds great. What kind of career do you want?
I want to work in a field where I can use my creativity and help other people. I believe having meaningful work is very important.
I agree. A lot of people only think about money when they choose a career, but enjoying your work is also important.
Yes, money is important because we need it for our daily lives, but personal satisfaction is also important. I want to feel proud of what I do.
That's a wonderful goal. How about your personal life goals?
In my personal life, I want to stay healthy, spend more time with my family, and develop good habits. I believe a successful life is not only about professional success.
That is a very good point. Success has different meanings for different people.
Exactly. For some people, success means becoming rich. For others, it means having a peaceful life, good relationships, and happiness.
Let's teach our listeners some useful vocabulary. The first word is ambition.
Ambition means a strong desire to achieve something important. For example, my ambition is to become a successful entrepreneur.
Another word is dream. A dream is something you strongly hope to achieve.
For example, my dream is to travel to different countries and experience new cultures.
We can also use the phrase future plans. Future plans are things we intend to do later.
For example, my future plans include learning a new language and finding a better job.
Let's talk about career goals now. Many people discuss career goals when applying for jobs.
Yes, during an interview, you might hear a question like, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
This question asks about your future goals. A good answer could be, in 5 years, I hope to have gained more experience and taken on more responsibilities.
Another answer could be, "I want to develop my skills and become an expert in my field."
These sentences sound professional and confident.
But remember, when talking about goals, you do not need to use difficult words. Simple English can express your ideas clearly.
That's an important lesson. Many learners think they need complicated vocabulary to speak good English, but clear communication is more important.
Yes. For example, instead of saying, "I aspire to accomplish numerous professional objectives," you can simply say, "I want to achieve my career goals."
Both sentences have a similar meaning, but the second one is easier and more natural for daily conversation.
Now, let's practice talking about educational goals.
Good idea. Many people have goals related to learning.
If someone asks, "What do you want to learn in the future?" you can answer, "I want to improve my English speaking skills."
You can also say, I plan to take courses to improve my knowledge.
Or, "I want to learn new skills that can help me in my career."
Learning is a lifelong journey. We continue learning throughout our lives.
That's true. Even successful people continue improving themselves. They read books, attend courses, and learn from their experiences.
Let's discuss another important expression, I hope to.
We use "I hope to" when talking about something we want to happen in the future.
For example, I hope to visit many countries someday.
I hope to start my own business in the future.
I hope to become fluent in English.
These sentences show your wishes and future possibilities.
Another useful expression is I am planning to.
Yes, we use it when we have already decided about something.
For example, I am planning to study abroad next year.
Or, "I am planning to save money to buy a house."
Let's compare these expressions.
I want to shows desire.
I hope to shows a wish or expectation.
I am planning to shows a decided action.
My goal is to shows a clear objective.
Understanding these small differences can make your English sound more natural.
Now, let's have another conversation. Imagine two coworkers talking during a break. Sarah, do you have any goals that you want to achieve this year?
Yes, I do. This year, I want to focus on improving my communication skills.
That's a great goal. Why is communication important to you?
Because good communication helps me connect with people and become better at my work. I want to express my ideas more clearly.
I think that is a valuable goal. Communication skills can help people in every area of life.
Yes, whether it is work, friendships, or family relationships, communication is very important.
What other goals do you have?
I also want to develop a healthier lifestyle. I want to exercise regularly and eat healthier food.
That is a common goal for many people. Health is one of the most important things in life.
Exactly. Without good health, it is difficult to enjoy other achievements.
You are right. A balanced life includes career, health, relationships, and personal growth.
Now, I want to ask you a question, Ryan. What are your life goals?
My biggest goal is to continue learning and growing. I want to improve my knowledge, build a strong career, and become a person who can positively influence others.
That is a meaningful goal. Why do you think personal growth is important?
Because we should always try to become better versions of ourselves. Life changes, and we need to adapt and improve.
I completely agree.
For our listeners, here are some practice questions. Try answering them in English.
Question 1. What is your biggest goal in life?
Question 2. What skills do you want to learn in the future?
Question 3. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Question 4. What personal habits do you want to improve?
Take some time and answer these questions out loud. Speaking your answers will help you become more confident.
Remember, improving English is also a goal. Every conversation you practice brings you one step closer.
Do not worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. The important thing is to keep practicing.
In the next part, we will continue this conversation and learn more advanced ways to talk about life goals, dreams, challenges, and future plans.
We will also practice more real-life conversations and useful expressions that you can use every day.
Keep practicing, stay motivated, and believe in your goals.
Thank you for listening, and we will continue with more English conversation practice in the next part.
Emma, we were talking about life goals, and I think one important thing we should discuss is that goals are not always easy to achieve. Many people have dreams, but sometimes they lose motivation because the journey takes longer than they expected.
That's true, Ryan. Having a goal is the first step, but taking action every day is what helps us reach that goal. A dream without action usually remains only a dream.
Exactly. Many people say, I want to improve my English, but they do not practice regularly. They have the goal, but they do not create a plan.
A good goal needs a good plan. For example, if your goal is to speak English fluently, you can create a plan like practicing speaking for 30 minutes every day, learning new words, and listening to English conversations.
That is a great example. When we talk about goals, we can use the phrase, I am working toward.
Yes, I am working toward means you are making efforts to achieve something.
For example, I am working toward becoming a better English speaker.
Or, I am working toward building a successful career.
This phrase shows that you are taking action, not just thinking about your goal.
Another useful expression is, I am trying to.
Can you give some examples?
Of course, I am trying to become more confident when I speak English.
I am trying to save more money for my future.
I am trying to create a better work-life balance.
These are simple sentences, but they're very useful in everyday conversations.
Ryan, I think many people also have goals related to money and financial stability. How can we talk about financial goals in English?
Good question. Financial goals are plans related to money. For example, saving money, buying a house, starting a business, or investing.
So if someone asks, what are your financial goals? You can answer, I want to save enough money to buy a house.
Or, my goal is to become financially independent.
What does financially independent mean?
It means being able to support yourself financially without depending on others.
That is an important goal for many adults.
Yes, many people work hard because they want a secure future for themselves and their families.
Let's practice a conversation about financial goals.
Sure. Emma, what is one financial goal you want to achieve?
One of my goals is to save more money. I want to manage my expenses better and prepare for the future.
That sounds responsible. How do you plan to achieve that goal?
I plan to create a monthly budget, reduce unnecessary spending, and save a fixed amount every month.
That is a smart plan. A goal becomes easier when you have clear steps.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I want to save money, it's better to say, I want to save a specific amount every month.
That is called making a specific goal.
Yes, specific goals are easier to follow because you know exactly what you need to do.
Let's talk about another type of goals, travel goals.
Many people dream about traveling. It's a very common life goal.
If you want to talk about travel goals, you can say, I dream of visiting different countries.
Or, I would love to explore new places and learn about different cultures.
The phrase, I would love to, is a polite way to express a dream or desire.
For example, I would love to visit Japan someday.
I would love to travel around Europe.
I would love to experience different lifestyles around the world.
Travel goals are not only about seeing places, they're also about learning and creating memories.
That's right. Meeting new people and understanding different cultures can change the way we think.
Now let's discuss family goals. Many people have goals related to their relationships.
Yes, a person might say, my goal is to spend more quality time with my family.
Or, I want to build strong relationships with the people I love.
The phrase quality time means meaningful time spent together.
For example, having dinner together, talking, traveling, or doing activities as a family.
Sometimes people become too busy with work and forget to spend time with their loved ones.
That is why setting family goals can help create balance in life.
Ryan, I think another important topic is personal development. Many successful people have goals to improve themselves.
Absolutely. Personal development means improving your skills, knowledge, habits, and mindset.
How can someone talk about personal development goals?
They can say, I want to become more disciplined.
Or, I want to improve my confidence.
I want to develop better communication skills.
I want to become more organized.
These are excellent goals because they focus on becoming a better person.
Let's talk about confidence. Many English learners have a goal of becoming more confident in speaking English.
Yes, confidence is very important. Sometimes people know the answer, but they're afraid to speak because they worry about mistakes.
A good way to build confidence is to practice regularly and accept mistakes as part of learning.
Exactly. You can say, my goal is to speak English without fear.
Or, I want to express my ideas clearly and confidently.
Let's practice another conversation.
Okay, Ryan, what is something you want to improve about yourself?
I want to improve my time management skills
Why is time management important to you?
because I have many goals and I need to use my time wisely. If I manage my time well, I can make progress every day.
That is a great answer. Many people have goals, but they struggle because they do not organize their time.
Yes, time is one of our most valuable resources.
What about you, Emma? What personal goal are you working on? I am working on becoming more positive. I want to focus more on solutions instead of problems.
That is a wonderful goal. A positive mindset can help people overcome challenges.
Yes, life will always have difficulties, but our attitude can change how we handle them.
When talking about challenges related to goals, we can use the phrase, I struggle with.
Good phrase. I struggle with means something is difficult for you.
For example, I struggle with staying motivated.
I struggle with managing my time.
I struggle with speaking English in front of others.
These sentences help you honestly describe your challenges.
Another useful phrase is, I am trying to overcome.
Yes, it means you are working to solve a problem or difficulty.
For example, I am trying to overcome my fear of public speaking.
I am trying to overcome my bad habits.
I am trying to overcome my lack of confidence.
Talking about challenges makes your conversations more realistic because everyone faces difficulties.
That's right. When people talk about their goals, they can talk about both their dreams and their struggles.
It shows honesty and determination.
Let's practice describing a complete life goal.
Good idea.
Here's an example. My goal is to build a successful career in engineering. To achieve this goal, I plan to continue learning, improve my technical skills, and gain more experience.
That is a strong answer because it explains the goal and the steps.
Another example, my goal is to become fluent in English. I practice every day by listening to podcasts, reading articles, and speaking with others.
This kind of answer sounds natural and shows commitment.
Now let's ask our listeners to practice.
Try completing these sentences.
My biggest goal in the next 5 years is...
I am working toward.
One skill I want to improve is...
A challenge I want to overcome is.
I hope to achieve...
Speak your answers aloud. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to talk about your goals in English.
Emma, I think we should also discuss how goals can change over time.
Yes, that's an important point. Our goals can change because our experiences, interests, and situations change.
When we're young, we may have one dream. Later, we may discover a different path.
Changing goals does not mean failure. Sometimes it means we are growing and learning more about ourselves.
Exactly. The important thing is to continue moving forward.
And when talking about changing goals, you can say, my priorities have changed.
Or, I have a new goal now.
I decided to focus on a different path.
Every person has a unique story, and every goal is connected to that story.
Our goals represent what we value and what we hope to achieve, and learning how to talk about those goals in English helps us share our stories with the world.
Mema, in our previous conversation, we talked about different types of life goals, including career goals, financial goals, personal development goals, and family goals. I think now we should talk about how people can explain their long-term dreams in a more detailed way.
That's a great idea, Ryan. When we talk about life goals, it is not enough to only say, I want to be successful. We should explain what success means to us and why that goal is important.
Exactly. The meaning of success is different for everyone. For one person, success may mean having a high-paying job. For another person, success may mean having freedom, happiness, and time with family.
That's right. When someone asks, what does success mean to you, you can answer in many ways.
For example, success to me means achieving my goals while maintaining a happy and balanced life.
Or for me, success means becoming a better person and making a positive impact on others.
These answers sound more personal because they explain your feelings.
Yes, when you talk about your goals, adding reasons makes your English conversation more interesting.
Let's practice this with a conversation. Emma, what does success mean to you?
Success to me means reaching my goals while staying healthy and happy. I don't think success is only about money or status.
I like that answer. Why do you think balance is important?
Because a person can have a great career but still feel unhappy if they ignore their health or relationships. A balanced life is more meaningful.
I completely agree. A successful life includes different areas.
Yes, we should think about our career, health, relationships, personal growth, and happiness.
Now, let's learn some useful expressions for explaining reasons.
The first expression is because.
This is the simplest way to give a reason.
For example, I want to learn English because it will help me communicate with more people.
Another expression is the reason why.
For example, the reason why I want to improve my skills is that I want better career opportunities.
Another useful phrase is one of the main reasons.
For example, one of the main reasons I want to travel is to experience different cultures.
These expressions help you give longer and more complete answers.
Many English learners answer questions with only one sentence, but when you practice adding reasons, your speaking becomes stronger.
That is very true. For example, instead of saying, I want to get a better job, you can say, I want to get a better job because I want to improve my financial situation and develop my career.
The second answer gives more information and sounds more natural.
Let's talk about career ambitions now.
Career goals are very common topics in English conversations. People often discuss their future jobs, skills, and professional growth.
If someone asks, what are your career goals? You can say, I want to become an expert in my field.
You can also say, I want to take on more responsibilities and continue growing professionally.
The phrase, take on more responsibilities, means accepting more duties or important tasks.
For example, I want to take on more responsibilities at work so I can improve my leadership skills.
Another useful phrase is move forward in my career.
Example, my goal is to move forward in my career by learning new skills.
Let's practice a workplace conversation.
Okay. Ryan, what are your professional goals for the future?
My professional goal is to continue improving my skills and become more experienced in my field. I want to grow step by step and achieve a higher position in the future.
That sounds like a realistic goal. How are you planning to achieve it?
I plan to learn from experienced people, take additional training, and challenge myself with new tasks.
That is a good approach. Learning from others is one of the fastest ways to improve.
Yes, every person we meet can teach us something valuable.
Now, let's talk about another important topic, setting realistic goals.
Good point. Sometimes people create goals that are too big and become disappointed when they cannot achieve them quickly.
That's why it is important to break big goals into smaller steps.
For example, if your goal is to become fluent in English, that's a big goal.
You can divide it into smaller goals like learning 10 new words every day, practicing speaking 3 times a week, and listening to English for 30 minutes daily.
Small actions create big results over time.
Exactly. A person does not become successful in one day. Success usually comes from consistent effort.
The word consistent is very important.
Yes, consistent means doing something regularly and continuously.
For example, consistent practice helps you improve your English.
Consistent effort can help you achieve your goals.
She is successful because she is consistent with her work.
For example, consistent practice helps you improve your English.
She is successful because she is consistent with her work.
Now, let's talk about another common life goal, becoming healthier.
Health goals are important because our body and mind affect every part of our life.
If someone wants to talk about health goals, they can say, I want to create a healthier lifestyle.
Or, I want to exercise regularly and improve my eating habits.
The phrase eating habits means the way you usually choose and consume food.
For example, I want to change my eating habits by eating more vegetables.
Let's practice another conversation.
Emma, do you have any health goals?
Yes, I do. I want to become healthier and have more energy. I plan to exercise regularly and get enough sleep.
That is a great goal. Why is health important to you?
Because good health allows me to enjoy my life and achieve my other goals.
That is an excellent answer. What about you, Ryan? My health goal is to maintain a balance between work and personal life. I want to take care of my body while also focusing on my career.
Balance is definitely important.
Another topic people often discuss is personal dreams.
Dreams are usually connected to our deepest hopes and desires.
For example, someone may say, my dream is to start my own company.
Or, my dream is to help people through my work.
Or, my dream is to live a peaceful and meaningful life,
When talking about dreams, we often use emotional words.
such as passion, purpose, and inspiration.
For example, my parents are my inspiration because they always support me.
My passion is helping others learn.
My purpose is to create a better future for my family.
These words can help you express deeper ideas in English.
Ryan, I think many people also have a goal of improving their confidence.
Yes, confidence affects how we communicate, work, and make decisions.
Many people say, I want to be more confident.
But how can they achieve that?
They can practice new skills, accept challenges, and learn from mistakes.
Mistakes are not the opposite of success. They are part of the learning process.
Exactly. Every successful person has made mistakes.
When talking about confidence goals, you can say, I want to become more confident when speaking in public.
I want to express my opinions clearly.
I want to believe in myself more.
These are powerful personal goals.
Let's do a speaking practice activity.
Great. Listeners, imagine someone asks you this question. What is your biggest dream in life?
Try to answer using this structure. First, say your dream.
Second, explain why it is important.
Third, explain what steps you're taking to achieve it.
For example, my biggest dream is to become successful in my career. It is important to me because I want to support my family and continue growing as a person. To achieve this goal, I am learning new skills and gaining experience every day.
This structure can help you answer many questions about your goals.
It is simple, clear, and natural.
Remember, good English communication is not only about grammar, it's about sharing your thoughts clearly.
When you talk about your goals, you are sharing your story, your dreams, and your future plans.
And every person has a unique story to tell.
Continue practicing your answers, and slowly you will become more comfortable speaking about your life goals in English.
Emma, we have talked about many different types of goals, such as career goals, personal goals, health goals, and financial goals. I think another important part of talking about life goals is explaining the journey. Goals are not only about the final result, they are also about the experiences we have while working toward them.
That is absolutely right, Ryan. When people talk about their goals, they often talk about where they want to go, but they forget to talk about the steps they are taking. In English conversations, explaining your journey makes your answers more meaningful.
Yes. For example, instead of saying, I want to become successful, you can say, I want to become successful, and I'm working hard every day to improve my skills and create better opportunities.
That sounds much more natural because it shows effort and determination.
The word determination is very useful when talking about goals.
Determination means having a strong decision to continue even when something is difficult.
For example, with determination and hard work, I can achieve my goals.
Another useful word is commitment.
Commitment means being dedicated to something and giving your time and effort.
For example, learning English requires commitment and regular practice.
These words are often used when people talk about success.
Yes, successful people usually have goals, but they also have commitment and determination.
Let's practice a conversation about overcoming difficulties. Emma, do you think achieving goals is always easy?
No, I don't think so. Every goal has challenges. Sometimes we face problems, failures, or moments when we lose motivation.
How can people continue when things become difficult?
They need to remember why they started. Having a strong reason can help people continue during difficult times.
That is a great point. Your reason behind a goal gives you motivation.
Exactly. For example, someone learning English may feel tired after a few months of practice, but if they remember their goal, they can continue.
They can think, I am learning English because I want better opportunities and a brighter future.
Exactly. A clear reason creates strong motivation.
Let's learn some expressions for talking about challenges.
The first expression is face challenges.
Example, everyone faces challenges when trying to achieve their goals.
Another expression is overcome obstacles.
Obstacles are problems or difficulties that stop progress.
For example, I want to overcome my fear of speaking English.
For she overcame many obstacles to achieve her dream.
Another useful phrase is keep going.
This means continuing even when something is difficult.
For example, I know learning a language is difficult, but I will keep going.
These expressions are very useful for motivational conversations.
Ryan, I think many people also want to know how to talk about future plans in casual conversations.
Yes, imagine meeting an old friend after a long time. They might ask, what are you planning to do in the future?
You can answer with simple sentences.
For example, I am planning to improve my skills and find new opportunities.
I'm hoping to travel more and experience different cultures.
I want to continue learning and growing.
Those answers are natural and suitable for everyday conversations.
Let's create a realistic conversation between two old friends.
Okay. Hi, Ryan. It's been a long time. How have you been?
Hi, Emma. I've been doing well. I've been focusing on my career and personal development.
That's great. What are your plans for the future?
I have several goals. First, I want to improve my professional skills. Second, I want to improve my English communication. Finally, I want to create a better future for myself and my family.
Those are wonderful goals. How are you working toward them?
I'm learning every day, taking new challenges, and trying to become better than I was yesterday.
That is a very positive mindset.
Thank you. What about you? What are your future plans?
I want to continue developing myself. I also want to spend more time with my family and explore new experiences.
That sounds amazing. I think personal happiness is an important goal too.
Yes, sometimes people focus only on professional success and forget about enjoying life.
Balance is the key.
Now let's talk about short-term and long-term goals.
Good topic. Understanding the difference can help you describe your plans more clearly.
A short-term goal is something you want to achieve soon.
For example, my short-term goal is to improve my English vocabulary this month.
My long-term goal is something that may take years to achieve.
For example, my long-term goal is to become a manager in my company.
When you explain your goals, you can mention both.
For example, my short-term goal is to gain more experience, and my long-term goal is to become a leader in my field.
This makes your answer more complete.
Let's practice another question. Emma, what is one short-term goal you have?
My short-term goal is to improve my speaking skills. I want to practice English conversations every day.
And what is your long-term goal?
My long-term goal is to use English confidently in my professional life and communicate with people from different countries.
That is a very clear answer. Ryan, what about you?
My short-term goal is to learn new skills and improve my daily habits. My long-term goal is to build a successful and meaningful career.
Excellent.
Another important topic is goals related to learning.
Yes, learning goals are common because people want to improve themselves throughout life.
You can say, I want to learn something new every year.
Or, I want to continue my education and expand my knowledge.
The phrase, expand my knowledge, means learning more information about a subject.
For example, I want to expand my knowledge of technology.
Or, I want to expand my knowledge of business.
Learning does not stop after school. Real learning continues throughout our lives.
That is very true. Ryan, what advice would you give to someone who wants to achieve their goals?
I would say start with a clear goal, make a plan, and take small steps every day.
Why are small steps important?
Because small actions become big results over time. You do not need to change everything in one day.
That is a very practical idea.
For example, if your goal is to improve your English, you do not need to study for 5 hours on the first day. You can start with 20 or 30 minutes and build the habit.
Consistency is more important than perfection.
Exactly. Many people stop because they want immediate results.
But real improvement takes time.
Let's practice some powerful sentences about goals.
I believe I can achieve my goals with hard work and patience.
I am focused on creating a better future.
I am constantly trying to improve myself.
I want to become the best version of myself.
I believe every experience helps me grow.
These sentences can be used in many conversations.
They can also help you during interviews, presentations, and professional discussions.
Before we continue, let's review some important phrases we learned.
My goal is used to talk about objectives.
I am working toward is used to talk about current efforts.
I hope to is used for future wishes.
I am planning to is used for future decisions.
I am improving to is used for personal development.
I am trying to overcome is used for challenges.
Using these phrases will help you express your life goals naturally.
Talking about goals is not just an English exercise, it's also a way to understand yourself better.
When you explain your goals, you think about what you truly want in life.
Your goals give direction to your actions.
And every small step you take brings you closer to your dreams.
In the next conversation, we will continue exploring more ways to talk about dreams, future ambitions, and how to confidently answer questions about your life goals in English.